It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Browns and the Panthers, next on EA Sports.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Charlotte. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Come on now, let's go. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Watson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Third and 2, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 50, it's Watson. That catch good for only a couple.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson off play action. He's got his receiver Cooper. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chris Nagar now for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. From the 41, Darnold taken in by the tight end Doyle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Rosa's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Chubb on the counter. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard, Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Nagar's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Darnold. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. A 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the two. Second and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets stumped on his backside.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources to try and stop the guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. This goes out right to Doyle. That catch good for only a couple. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got Jack Doyle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Now it's Darnold. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like the big last on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Darnold now to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Rosa's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Cleveland offense making their way out. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 29, Watson. And he's got his big tight end here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Sheds him off at the 45. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Steps away to his left. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Derek Brown breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
Nagar's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on first down, Darnold for Marshall, that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Darnold. Down there right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll kick things off down in the Bayou. An NFC South matchup between Atlanta and New Orleans, and that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. The Falcons trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. A touchdown run there for Leonard Fournette. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Sam Darnold heading back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
the 39 now. They'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And his throw here is incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Terrace Marshall, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. So no gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Darnold. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Panthers. Jack Doyle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Well, they had their chances in the 1st half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Watson swings this out for Hunt. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Will go down as a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. A give running right is Chubb. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrating. NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Working with his 2nd and 4. They'll run with McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. On 1st and 10, Darnold. To the right side, and he's got more complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Darnold. This goes out right to Doyle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to run.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. On 2nd down now, it's Hubbard looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Rosa's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. That's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Right back to Hubbard.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Agnew now to return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They begin this drive with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Watson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. To throw is Watson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A little juke. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's about good plays. Have him on the move on 1st down. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. He's got Jack Doyle. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Watson. That one is caught by Hunt.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game.
Finding Hunt.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Watson to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
2nd and 6. And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
He will push his way down to about the 14. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
To return, here's Agnew. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Panthers, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.